All right, welcome in. Welcome back to another episode of Bears Film Room. My name is Dave, cover the Bears for sportsmockery.com. Join my good friend, co-host, sports mockery writer as well, Ficky. We got our producer, Jack, here for the final regular season post-game show, instant reactions for the Bears loss to the Lions. This one, it was tough. It was a weird one. Honestly, a weird 2 weeks. We'll just go ahead and start with our instant reactions here. I'll go ahead and start like always. For the Bears versus Lions, I'll kind of keep this one a little bit shorter. We'll get to it, a lot to get to. But overall, my instant reactions for this loss is I'm just a little surprised. Honestly, same as last week. When we did not come through against the 49ers, we got so close. I was shocked. This week, when we got that turnover on Kevin Byard, that interception, great play by Brisker, I thought this was the game. I thought we were going to go down there and win this game. And for it not to happen, it just was a little shocking. But that does not really dampen like my spirits as far as how fun this regular season was. I've said it before. I think we're ahead of schedule. Year one with Ben, and we just had an insane, really one of the best seasons I think I've ever watched in a very, very long time. Just because all the clutch moments, all the big time wins, and now the season's still not over. You get a shot here. You get a rematch with Green Bay, right? 2 seed still secured. You got 2 playoff home games if you could beat the Packers. Disappointing loss. You'd never want to go into the playoffs feeling like this. So at the end of the day, really, really shocked about the performance. I will say that. We'll get to that later. But instant reactions, I'm not down, just a little bit. Yeah, like I'm a little at a loss for words because I have not. This is twice now, 2 in a row, and I think that's what makes it so crazy, kind of hard to fathom. Is that 2 weeks in a row the Bears' offense comes up short. Caleb didn't deliver, and I think Luther Burden had that drop right on that drive.
Colston. Oh, the drop? Drive? Oh, yeah, the first catch. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they just didn't perform, right? Sometimes this is what happens when you wait to the fourth quarter to kind of wake up. Like you're going to fall short sometimes, and that's what happened today. And but now we got to prepare for the Packers, and there's a lot to still want to unpack because I think there's a lot of good from this game and this season. But that's my instant reaction. Fick, I'm going to pass it to you. How are we feeling after this loss?
All I got to say is 2 words: raise hail, because thank you, Commanders. That's why I feel so much better, because I was concerned. Like, sure, winning, you want to win, right? But if you would have lost and you lose this 2 seed, that would have been like just a stab in the heart. So shout to them for actually getting that done, because it kind of eases my pain, because going the 2 seed against the Packers, it doesn't matter if you win or lost, that result stayed the same. So now you got to get ready going into the playoffs. And as Tom Brady said on the broadcast, every week is its new situation. So because we've lost these 2 games back to back, it's not ideal, but that does not mean that we will come out flat against the Packers in the playoffs. It's the playoffs. You're probably going to play your best game because it's do or die. So obviously disappointed. You know what I mean? I thought they were going to, like you, Dave, I was kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, you got the pick late. Oh, we're going to win this. That's what they typically do. And they did it. And Exactly. It was unfortunate. What the bigger discussion is how many times this offense has started slow throughout the season. You cannot do that in the playoffs. That's my biggest concern. I know people are going to talk about the defense and being like, yeah, the Lions moved all over them. Well, the Lions offense is a top 5 unit, or at least top 10. And it's been like that for years. To only hold them to 19 points, and that really held them to 16 points to the very end of the game, and you got a turnover, you can't really ask this defense to do much more, right? They're a bend, don't break, and that's what they did. We lost this game because of the offense and because they had so many 3-and-outs. It was ridiculous. You cannot do that. And I just see a lot of discussion online. People are like, well, the offense was barely on the field. The defense is, having them sit on the bench the whole time. Well, I'm like, the offense isn't on the field because they get in there for 3 plays and can't convert a first down. So they have to do a better job of that. I'm like you, though, Dave. I'm going in positive. This is playoff football, Packers week. I still feel like we can beat this team. But if this game was like week 6, I wouldn't feel that way, because it's like, well, come on, guys. Going 0-2 against your division rival. You made a tweet about this, which is crazy. Going 2-4 in the NFC North and still winning is kind of bizarre. So that doesn't show like success long term, right? But again, a new season, whole different stuff. We'll worry about that later. But overall, ready for the playoffs. Get this team ready. Most people didn't get injured. CJ looked like maybe a head issue, so he might be out, but
and
hopefully
Cole.
moving and Cole.
That's
so hopefully overall, though, I mean, we came out kind of healthy, so I guess I feel okay. Jack, what about you? What's your initial thoughts on the game?
That was a tough act to follow, dude, because everything you said is what I was thinking. What kind of bullet point it? The offense, the time of possession thing, that's an offensive controlled stat. Like it's not, it can be defensive, but it's more offensive, So us having, it was like 35 yards or something like that to their 180, like that's an offensive stat.
Crazy.
So, yeah, that goes into the second point of like the defense. The defense had a really, really hard time. Like Jared went off. The run defense was okay-ish, but like still leaning towards the poorer side. But in totality, it was like I don't understand the blame on the defense as much as the offense not being looked at. Like the first few drives, like it wasn't even 3 and out. It was like quick ass 3 and out. Like it was like first down or not.
Minute 30.
Yep, exactly. Minute 30. So it's like the play calling frustrates me because we are an offensive team. Like we have the weapons for it. Our coach is an offensive guy. Like we should never have a drive or maybe 1 or 2 a game where we're not crossing the 50 every time. So it just sucks. The drops were a huge problem. There were a couple early on in the game. And then I feel it felt like a weird game. It felt different. The 0 points thing, it gets old quick. Against Green Bay, it was cool because obviously we won. And I'm sure if we won this, I'd be like, holy shit, like it's just our thing. But it gets old when we lose. So you just got to turn it up better. I don't know how especially when it's teams you've seen before. Not only that, but teams that you've coached under. Like everything there. Everything. And just to come out with 0 for 45 minutes, I don't know. But in total, be positive. We're got playoff football against our biggest rival. It's going to be an awesome hour next weekend. So,
for sure.
I hope we and we'll get to this. I hope we have the Sunday night slate. I hope we get the Sunday night game.
That'd be nice.
And honestly, why wouldn't you if you're trying to get the best ratings, Bears Packers Part 3, the trilogy. I mean,
my fear is Saturday. I don't want that at all.
No, not a sad. You cannot put Bears Packers on this. Well, first of all, the last Saturday night was pretty epic. I understand that, but give me the Sunday nighter, man. Give me the Sunday night.
It's either or. It's going to be a nighter, so it's either going to be Saturday or Sunday night. So
yeah, but
hopefully I would want Sunday.
You got to close the weekend off with Bears Packers.
I agree.
You cannot not do it.
I agree.
It's a double negative there, I guess.
And I sure as hell do not want Monday night. I promise. That is the last.
There's a Monday nighter?
There's one Monday night.
Well, they might put it Monday night.
It's an ESPN one too, so that's 8.
Honestly, though, but for ratings, I think you just go Sunday night.
You just do Sunday night. Simple. It's very easy.
Yeah.
Even though I would say Monday night would not be bad for the health of this team, that's an extra day. That means a lot in the sport. So if it is Monday night, I am okay. I just don't want any Saturday because I just feel like they need to be playing primetime Sunday night. Monday night's okay. That'd be my second choice, but I agree.
I just can't do Aikman. Can't do that.
Oh, that's a good point. He's not Sunday night though? He'd be Monday night. Yeah.
I just can't. Troy Aikman, I can't listen to that for an hour in a big game like this.
I would love
Dave
to
doesn't like Chris either.
I would love to see. Actually, I like them both. I like them both. I know I give them both, like Troy and Chris. I give them a hard time. Collinsworth is like a staple, like my childhood. I just thought he was a little harsh on Caleb. Troy, I don't know what it seems personal with him. However, he's actually really. I think he's good too. Like I do. Like those guys, they have the voice. Like they're a staple. When you hear them, it's football. So I'm gonna give them their flowers. But I actually would love to see Troy because if Caleb could have a great game, maybe we get to see him give those flowers to Caleb's on like live, not live TV, but like on the grandest stage. That'd be really cool. But a lot to clean up from this game. I kind of want to go with our, I know we got our instant reactions, but kind of like some key things, like maybe likes or things that we liked from the game and what we want to see maybe change heading into the playoffs. Because I think what I want to talk about really the most is the Bears rookie class.
Yeah.
Colston, Loveland, Luther, Burden. Like Loveland is playing like a top 5 tight end. Like I feels crazy to say that, but he truly, truly has extended over the last probably 8 weeks. And he's just a monster. He's a mismatch nightmare. He had a couple drops. I think he had 2, but both were really good defensive plays as well. Like it wasn't like it just hit him like Jade's. That Jade Walker had a drop today. Also had a great touchdown, but that drop was like, it was right there. No one's there. Colston, it's like in traffic. It's the ones we kind of give Rome a little bit of we don't really give Rome a pass on that. I'll be honest. And Loveland, he's been money for most of the time. So the rookie class for me is one thing in this game, I just could not stop thinking. I was like, if the Bears have another draft like this, but on the defensive side, wow.
Deadly.
Wow. That's what we need. And then the second point, and then I'll kind of go over to you, Ficky, for a couple of years. But I think the defense, I know we need to build in the offseason, we need to build it, like whether it's through a Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, something like that. That would be crazy. Or how I would prefer it, the draft. I think it's a great class. I trust Ryan Poles to hit on these, but speed. And that's what scares me. The Packers, Christian Watson, he killed us a couple times. J-Mo today. St. Brown. I mean, we are so slow. It looks like we have a bunch of like Danny Trevathans out there, like just really stuck in the mud, slow. And I'm not trying to, I guess I put Trevathan on blast, but like that was the thing with him when we had that 2018 defense. He was just so slow compared to like Roquan or something like that. We don't got nobody. Like everyone's Andrew Billings out there, like stuck in the mud, so slow. Even CJ Gardner-Johnson does not have the speed that you would like to see in the nickel. That's where Kyler Gordon comes into play. But to expect him to come back next week and play at a high enough level, possible, be crazy. But man, our defense is just lacking, not even top talent, just like what you need in the league to compete on just a simple crosser. It was just like, they weren't doing anything
no, it's just crossers and man. We ran too many man. Dennis Allen on third down was running man way too much. I did not like it.
And I like the pressure we got today, Fick and Jack. However, if you didn't get home, that crosser's open because of our lack of speed.
Yeah.
And even Jalen Johnson, like I don't know if he's not healthy, but he looks a lot slower in years past than years past. So overall, my two things, great, this rookie class, right? Defense, so slow, a lot of holes, but anything can happen. That's all I got to say. Anything can happen. You saw today, the Bears were brutal. And I think it's a good point, Fick. 19 points they gave up and still had a chance to win this game. Kind of crazy, but that's kind of been the MO the whole season. Fick, what did you like from this game? What did you not like?
Oh, what did I like? I liked, obviously, the grit. We're so used to, obviously I'd want the win, but to be able to be down 16 and score 16 straight, that does mean something, right? And they've been consistently being able to do that. So I do like that, and I have to give hats off to the defense for getting clutch stops when they need to and a takeaway, and then the offense for converting 2 2-point conversions and actually marching down the field and scoring. So I think that's fair, right? They're going to be a duality of like this offense starts slow, but they still found a way to get hot and make it a game. So I do like that because you're going to need that in the playoffs. You might be in a situation similar, hopefully not, but you'll need your team to come up clutch when you kind of need it to the most, or at least for a majority of this game they did. What I don't like, though, probably my biggest gripe of Ben Johnson all year out of any decision he's ever made, that fourth down. The last fourth down, 4th and 5. And he decided to punt it. Even before he brought the punt team out, I said, I think it makes sense to go for it here. And I'll give you a couple of reasons why. There's about like a minute 50 or something like on the clock. If you don't get it, they get the ball on that, 30-yard line or something. There's a less amount of yards that they will have to go to then get points of some sort, which means that less clock is used. So even if you were to give up a touchdown on purpose, you've seen this in the NFL, you give your team maybe 40 seconds or so, 30, whatever, enough of time to then try to match it, okay? Or if you stop them, right, they don't move as far, basically you do a 3 and out, less time is used, they can then kick a field goal right there. So the negative part is that the negative impact is way less, and the positive part is you convert the 4th down, you probably win the game. The fact that he went conservative there was like such an anti-Ben Johnson move. And I didn't notice this until about like 2 minutes before before we hopped on here. The broadcast caught him saying, it looks like it. You can't confirm it, but it looks like he's mouthing saying, I should have went for it there. And I'm just like, man, yes, you should have. And I don't know what made him, hesitant on going for it there. I don't know. Because I just don't feel like that'd be that big of a mistake. There's obviously a group he's talking to that says, hey, the numbers say this, the numbers say that. But with this defense that, again, they didn't give up touchdowns, but they were giving up tons of yards. we all knew that once you punted that ball, Detroit was easily going to get in field goal position, and they did it in like 2 plays. They got the ball on the 40-yard line. There's 2 plays in field goal range.
I'm looking at the clip because I seen it too before we hopped on, and you see he clearly says should have gone for it, and it was right when C.J. Gardner-Johnson got hurt, and they had to burn that timeout. And now they still had a chance to stop them, but like I tweeted it real time. Let me go back, like so I'm not like verbatim here. I said, I understand this was at 6:09. So obviously they're about to punt. They went to commercial. I said, I understand you likely need to punt, but man, I feel like you could say F it and go for it. Can you stop Detroit? ? The reason why I said that too was the Eagles were losing by 7. You have nothing. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Just go for it. The game for me, it was such, and I think Ben realized that, and I think you nailed it, Vic. You said the most anti-Ben Johnson decision I think we've ever seen. If this was the playoffs, he's going for it 100%. Even though the seeding, everything's not online, it's just like win or go home. I just think in this situation, you put the seeding aside and you just put the 2 teams, right? This defense was likely not going to stop Detroit from getting in field goal range or running out the clock. And so for me, I thought they were going to bleed the clock, and then we get the interception. So for Ben Johnson to make that decision, I'm with you 100%. And I think he'll learn from this, and I don't think he'll ever do it again. Ever.
You know what? This goes into also what I like is I also wanted you to go for it because I actually had full faith in my head coach and my quarterback that they can convert it. So it wasn't just like go
3.
Yeah,
and they should have been 3 for 3, but Loveland dropped.
That dropped.
He dropped. Big one. He would have been 2 for 2 on. He was actually leading up to that. So when Colston got the first fourth down conversion, that made him 6 for 6 on the year. So whenever Caleb targeted him on 4th down, it was 6 times. He was 6 for 6. He almost went 7 for 7, but then it was a good play by the DB again. It was kind of technically a drop, and I guess it was almost a rule of fumble. But for me, he almost went 7 for 7 on the year because Colston is just an insane target, really on any down, but 4th down, it's a critical down. And he had the game of his life. I think he had 12 targets, something like that.
Yeah,
he's just a lethal dude. He's so fun to watch. What a stud.
But yeah, that's one thing. I had full faith in my head coach and the play calling and my quarterback that they can convert it. I was like, you should go for it. So don't know why they didn't. We may never know, but that was my biggest gripe. Like where I'm like, man, that was just not.
Yeah.
Did we lose him? Thought we lost you for a second, Vic.
But yeah, that was like my biggest thing. So there's things I like from that, the grit and whatnot, but the biggest gripe for me was that 4th down play. But Jack, what about you? What was something you liked and something you really disliked?
What I really liked I shouldn't say really. I liked our D line. I think they did well in certain pass situations. Like they made him uncomfortable. Obviously, I would love to know the stats, and I should have looked, was their rack. Because I feel like a lot of it, for the most part, he kind of had a few in the 10 to 20s. Like before that, it was always, I don't know the wording on it. It was a lot shorter passes than J-Mo would kind of take off. Amon-Ra would take off.
Yeah.
Jameer had a few. So it was, I would say that was my, it's tough to even say that because I feel like I don't even know how you guys come up with anything because I didn't feel like there was anything that I watched today where I was like, wow, it's really good besides Colston.
Well, your D-line had 3. Your D-line had 3
I thought the defense, like, let's be honest here, 19 points to Detroit, not bad. And it's also vast improvement
from the last game.
Week 2.
Yeah. Dropped 51.
So, they dropped 50-something. Like the Bears defense, it's similar to like last week, right? So the Bears defense didn't do enough. They said it themselves. They did not help out the offense. It's on them. This game,
I think they kind of did. I know they say that, but you get that interception at the end. I mean, come on. We, like you said, Dave, we all thought they were going to win it.
I'm talking about 49ers.
Oh, sorry. No, never mind.
Last week, the 49ers, they didn't do enough. They said it was on them. This week, obviously, we haven't heard, but like if you ask Caleb, if you ask Ben, and Ben said the offense just didn't, I forgot what he said, essentially it was not good enough. He was not pleased. Right. That's what he said. He was not pleased with the offensive performance, what they put out. For me, it flip-flopped. The Bears offense came alive too late. And then at the end of the day, they had a chance to go and win this game because of the defense, getting that interception. and they didn't do it. So this one is on the offense. It kind of flipped for me. And that's kind of encouraging because the Bears defense gave up a crap ton of yards, dude. So many.
It's perfect. So I'm saying leave this up here because it's gonna be a perfect tie-in because you're saying, like, again, it goes back to the time of possession, and everyone's worried that the defense was on the field for 10 minutes. Okay, which is right. You obviously ideal. Your defense forces a 3 and out. Fantastic. They're barely on the field, but they're on the field for 10-minute drives, and they only give up 3 points. Okay, at the end of the day, it's not about how long a team is on the field. It's about who scores more points than the opponent. So if your defense in the modern day NFL holds a high power offense to 19 points, really 16, right?
Yeah.
And your offense can't convert first downs. I just can't look at this game. I know it's so easy to blame this defense, but it just seems like the talk is like, oh, this is the defense's fault. It's not the defense's fault that in the first half, going into the second quarter, the offense had 2 first downs. Tell me how that's the defense's fault. Yeah, they're on the field the whole time because the offense gets off the field in 50 seconds. So that's just like my biggest gripe. And I think, Dave, you made a good point. That kind of gets you maybe a little hopeful. You held a really good offensive team to 19 points. Maybe you can do the same to Green Bay.
It gets me hopeful for the Bears playoff run. Like, and the reason being is the Bears have still not been firing on all cylinders on offense. It's like it's a half by half, maybe quarter by quarter. Like they take too many, it's like 1 quarter on, 3 quarters off on offense. And except for last week against the 49ers. But for me, the NFL is weird. Anything can happen. Like I think the Bears defense does enough typically where they can keep this team in games and the offense can win games by themselves as well, where they could put the team on their back. Caleb, Ben, Luther, all these guys, and you're getting Rome back next week, I think is a big deal. Does Kyler come back and play 20% of the snaps? Hell, I mean, on third down, that'll be insane. That'll be so helpful because how many times did we get the Lions on third and we couldn't get off the field because
third
of
and
the
long
third
too.
Down. Yeah, third and long, like at 3rd and 20, even though it was interception, I thought that was, I was like, are they going to get it here? Like, are they somehow going to get this, first down? And
that guy cut back in. I was like, I thought he was gone. I thought he was getting the extra 5 or 6 that he needed.
Yeah.
I thought the same exact thing.
And then I thought possibly at the end of the game, I was like, is he going to miss this 42-yarder? Are we going to get lucky again? Are we going to get this blocked?
Kick. Yeah, Raiders.
And then that kick went right down the middle. I was like, damn, this feels like 2024.
Can I side note real quick too?
Crazy,
about the field goal. Why? Maybe I'm just an idiot, but I was confused because I thought initially that Ben held the timeout to ice him, use everything, and then we held it the entire time. And icing, I don't know the actual conversion rate of how many times that works, but that's what I thought the logic was. Because they could have they would have called timeout. They probably would have kneeled it, but it still would have been whatever. But I was surprised that he didn't ice him the first time, especially since he took every second of that snap clock.
I thought he was doing the same. That's why you let the clock run down because he was going to do an ice. I don't think the ice percentages are that high, even though it did work against us in 2018. Fun.
It worked. Yeah, right. Exactly. It's the same exact logic. I was very surprised that he didn't use that.
Yeah. His clock management in this game was also interesting, even before the half, how he was doing the timeout. So, not a great game from Ben, I think, overall. It wasn't horrific, but definitely not his A game.
You wonder if it's just a psychological thing, going against lines and you overthink everything and you're trying to it's just different. Where if this were to be the same exact game against the Panthers for a random team, for example, is it different? Because there's no baggage in it. You're just playing another NFL team, but this seems personal. And we still can't fucking beat these guys.
Well, luckily we don't have to play them next week. And we played a team we just beat. So hopefully, he doesn't have those issues. I think that's a good one. This might be his, what's that term where it's just it always causes you problem, but this could be, the Lions could be that for him. You know what I mean? Also, the Lions come out and they're
from the ex-girlfriend kind of thing.
Basically a little bit.
Yeah. Well, the Lions are going to be a problem in the playoffs next year, right? Not this year.
Well, not this year. No,
this year. They're already in Cancun.
So I have so many comments. So I said right after the game, I said the Lions are going to be a problem in the playoffs. And I have a lot of Lion fans that are not happy with that one. Kind of victory lap. Hey, I mean, they're 2-0 against us. It did feel personal though, Jack, because I don't think Ben liked the trick plays. and I know Dan Campbell, but they didn't run a trick play last week. They didn't run a trick play before that. It just feels a little personal that they bring out, was it 4, Vic?
It was 3, at least three. At least 3 trick plays against Chicago, and they didn't run any the last 2 weeks. Which I guess, you can't do it every week, but it felt like it was like crucial. And shout out to Jaquan Brisker on I think the David Montgomery, where they were going to try and throw that ball to Goff.
40-yard seam. It was nuts. I don't know where. I can't believe he didn't stop running.
Oh, Goff?
Yeah, like it was literally. Can Monty throw that far? It was unbelievable. Like he didn't even turn.
Well, we got pressure too. Thank God. Andrew Billings, I think, and so. Anyways, it felt like there's going to be a storyline next year with Ben, and can he finally beat Detroit? Because being 0-2, and I think 2-4 in the division, and you still win the North is kind of crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Well, you know what that is? You know what it is because the NFC North is just that good. I mean, look, all the teams are actually.
Look at the Vikings today.
Actually, officially, the NFC North, every team in the NFC North has a record above 500. Vikings 9-8, Lions 9-8, Bears 11-6, and Packers 9-7. Well, 9-7-1.
Jesus. So that we just beat up on each other.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. Like 2-4 in the divisions, it sounds bad, but like you're talking 3 really good teams that you're going against twice a year.
Well, Vikings even beat Packers twice, right? Or they beat the Lions twice or something. Like they have at least 3 NFC North wins, I'm pretty sure. Well, they have 1 against us. They beat the Packers today, and I know they beat the Lions once. So they have at least 3. They might be 4-2 in the division, and they're last in the actual division, which is crazy.
Wow.
So
football.
Yeah, it is. So, I just think the division's really good. I think we've known that. These teams, I mean, look, we talked about the pregame show.
Crazy.
The Bears and the pregame show, the Lions are like top 10 in both offense and defense. Like they just haven't won enough games.
Yeah. So. Yeah. I want to show this. I want to actually go over like the standings in the NFC because there's kind of some crazy. Let's just get to our first break, and I kind of want to go over what I'm seeing here on the Bear when it comes to the Bears and really all 3 other teams in the NFC North. This kind of stat is kind of crazy. But let's get to our first break, Fick, Jack, if you don't mind, and we'll start back with this.
Sounds good.
First off, thank you for watching the BFR Podcast, the #1 show for the fans by the fans. If this is your first time here, please like and subscribe as it just helps our show grow and helps the algorithm get this show out to other awesome, amazing Bear fans like y'all as we're trying to grow this community. If this is your first time, also leave a hashtag #NewFaceGang in the chat. That's hashtag #NewFaceGang in the chat, and we'll give you a shout out before the end of the show. And if this is not your first time, this is your second time, you watched over 100 episodes or anything in between, then you are a true OG, and we want to show you some love as well. So please leave a hashtag OG in the chat, and we'll make sure to give you a shout out before the end of the show. Thank y'all for all the support for the #1 show for the fans by the fans, the BFR Podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
So I want to go over, because if you guys remember, hold on, let me bring it up over here. The early talking points, actually probably throughout midway of the season, was how bad the Bears' point differential was. Right? If you guys remember, it was insane. Yeah. I saw the hat. I saw the comment.
Sorry.
Banned. People are like, what the heck? YouTube comment talking about Ficky not wearing a hat, and I'm just over it,
Yes, facts. Close enough.
But Bears finished with 441 points. That's second in the division to the Lions, 481. Again, that's why I'm like, keeping this Lions team to 19 points is kind of incredible. Points against, 415. Still the most in the NFC North, but only by 2. Lions finished with 413 points against. So
it's crazy how
not bad. But the Bears scored, like I said, second with points for, and then for the Packers, they had 391 points for, 360 against. Vikings had 344 points for, and then they gave up 333 points. So,
I mean, it makes sense. Oh, also big news. Falcons just fired Raheem Morris. Oh, I have a lot of Falcons fans. Obviously, I'm in Atlanta, so that is big news. We were talking about that. But I will say this, though, back to the stats you're giving off. That kind of makes sense. That's the story of what it has been. The Bears, top 5 offense, been able to score points. Defense gives up in some games a lot of points, but they get takeaways in crucial moments, which then allows the offense to get that last drive to score an extra point to win the game. You know what I mean? That's happened in what, 6 games?
Yeah. I just remember, I think I remember the midway through this season, we were a negative 40 or negative 37, I think, point differential.
It was something like that.
And we were still above. I think we were like 3 games above 500 at that point, or 4.
Well, that's because of the Lions game. We lost by 30.
Yeah. It's
Like,
crazy. But hey, what a turnaround and what an offense. Yeah. Kind of a juggernaut.
We're not even healthy.
Rome.
Still the most
big piece.
I'm pretty sure we finished leading the league in amount of games missed. Well, we led in two bad statistics. We led the NFL in games missed due to injury. That's never great. And then we led the NFL in yards lost due to drops. So,
you know who lost the biggest this year, though?
Who?
You guys want to guess who? Okay, let me rephrase this. Who lost the most over the last probably five games?
Wait,
on this Bears team?
Oh, lost the most.
No, I'm not going to give money. I'll just give you. Who lost the most money over the last 5 games?
5 games on this. Someone who might be going into free agency.
Nahshon Wright. Let's be honest here. Ever since they made the Pro Bowl announcement, dude, I think he's given up 600 yards. Like, in coverage.
You're guessing.
Oh, he's saying because he's not going to get it. He's basically saying because he's going to be.
Because I think he lost millions. At one point in the season, he was obviously, I don't know if he's still leading the league in takeaways.
I think Byard is.
I think he lost a lot of money because he kind of got exposed. Like last week against the 49ers, who did Brock Purdy target?
Him a lot.
Nahshon Wright. And not just target, they were successful today. And I get it. The Lions burners, they are really hard to guard. St. Brown, J-Mo, Raymond, even Gibbs in coverage is tough, but I mean, they just constantly went his way. And that's why I made a tweet and I'm leaving it up. I'm staying by it. Dennis Allen, some people are giving him a difficult time saying that he's the problem. For me, we saw him today. He tried man. He tried zone. He tried sending the house. They couldn't hold up because he does not have the players or the speed to do what he needs to do. So for me, like people are, again, that's where I think we're fans at the end of the day. I get it. I don't think it's on Dennis. He's not perfect, but man, he had a really good season.
First of all, you lead the NFL in takeaways. Some of those lucky, maybe not, but that falls on Dennis Allen. And we know how bad this D-line is. So you got to take that into comparison, right? That's the bottom 5 D-line has been like that all season. And you have the most, like we talked about the injuries. Most of the injuries have been on the defensive side of the ball. Jalen Johnson out most of the year. Kyler Gordon out most of the year. Those are your 2 best defenders, right? At least your 2 best secondary. Well, I guess Byard now, right? But you've had injuries across where, not even that. You have Tyreek who got injured. That's how Nahshon even got the starting role and didn't lose it. Shout out to him for that. But you just had injuries in the secondary across. And again, injuries happen in the NFL, but we led the NFL in injuries. And we were still able to produce a job to win 11 games. So yeah, I don't put that on Dennis Allen.
And 19 points today you gave up. Like
what do you want? You can't
and don't break.
And a takeaway. Yeah. A takeaway in a crucial moment. So it's like you only gave up 19 points. You gave your offense the ball back in an opportunity for the offense to march down the field and win. This loss, and again, I'm not like super upset because we have playoff football coming up. But if you're going to put a blame on one single entity in this game, it is the offense. It is not the defense that lost this game. It just isn't. So,
yeah. And I'm not trying to bag on Nahshon. What a great season.
For sure.
Where he started to where the growth, it's there. I just don't think he's not like, I don't know if you would pay him big money. I would bring him back at a very, very fair deal. Yeah, like I think he's a great depth piece and maybe he can grow into a starter. I just don't know if he's the long-term, option. So, but like I said, I don't want to get too like down in the dumps here. There's a lot to be excited about on this team, a lot of growth. And yeah, man, it's really sticking with me though, Fick. I think Ben's gonna, you know how he went a month ago, whatever, with that. I think it was the Jonah Jackson block, right? He was like, I went to bed thinking about that one.
Oh yeah.
I believe truly he's going to go to bed tonight, right? He's probably not going to be able to sleep because of that decision. Like it almost went against his
whole identity. I was so confused, man.
And you're so right. If they would have not gotten it, it's like you have 3 timeouts. Sure, I highly doubt they're going to run out the clock. Like I don't think they would be able to because they're over like how many?
No, if they'd got a first down, that's different. But you could easily 3 them out there and get the ball back. So and
if you get them to 3rd down, I don't think they're going to go for it unless
also
it's like
if they're that close
or 4th and inches.
Also, typically what you see, it doesn't mean this would happen, but typically when teams are already in field goal range and they're trying to run out the clock, they just run 3 straight runs and get a field goal. But since Detroit had to get into field goal range, they were passing it, and that was using up more clock. And also passing was getting more yards. So I just felt like everything said, go for it there. And when he didn't, I was perplexed.
But I think he'll use this as like trust my gut. Yeah,
for sure.
I should have went through it. And it's weird. Now you're on a 2-game losing streak going into the playoffs. But I guess flip side, aren't the Packers on the 4? They're on a 4-game losing streak. Yeah, so it's like it's going to get real.
Also, look, I mean, if you're trying to find a little bit of positivity in this, you played both games till like the end. They weren't perfect games, but you played 2 good teams to the end.
You're right, Fick.
So
most Bears teams probably fold there down 16-0, right?
No
to be honest, the Bears have that firepower though. And what I love too is the execution, right? First of all, you go down, score a touchdown, you go for 2. And I love the play call, the first 2-point conversion, jumbo package, Kyle Monungai, go get it, buddy. Go get the 2-pointer. And it was so simple. And then you get the second one where it's executed. They obviously get the 2. They are successful on both 2-point conversions. That's what ties it. But then on the second play for the 2-pointer, I love the calmness that Caleb had because his first read wasn't open. He's sitting there, stays in the pocket. He didn't roll out really too much, and he delivers a strike, which I thought it was Loveland. And I was like, because Loveland just caught the touchdown, and then it was Komet that made it was a very tough catch. And I thought it was Loveland. I was about to lose my mind. I was like, this guy is it was just a monster. He was a monster all game. But shout out to Cole. I really hope he's okay.
Yeah, he had 2 clutch catches. That 3rd down too, which was I
thought he dropped it.
Yes,
I thought he bobbled it, but those guys just run over people too. I love that.
Once Cole or Colson get the ball, it's hard to take them down.
Shoulder down, and they just run forward.
I think we need to not. I don't want to take Cole Komet for granted. Like Loveland is going to be a superstar and everything, but you need both of those guys because Cole he's like you said a great blocker. He's really grown and he's embraced that role. Like he can do probably more in the passing game. We've seen it in years past, but he's second fiddle to a guy that is going to be probably a top 5 tight end, like legit all pro type of guy. I think he's like, I hate to say like the comparison to Kelsey and Mahomes because I think Loveland's a different type of player. He's more athletic, but maybe was Kelsey like athletic, like super athletic in his prime?
He was a little bit smaller.
But I don't think he was like
the same that we are used to. Just obviously a little bit faster, but it was kind of like that big body.
Yeah. But I think Loveland just has a different gear. Like you think about the Cincinnati touchdown where he that breakaway speed, right? It's very rare.
I would definitely say he's more athletic for sure. We'll see if he has the same career path. Because Kelsey,
Brady called him Gronk.
He dropped 700 plus yards in his rookie season.
Pretty good. No, I'm not arguing.
Tight ends take a while sometimes. They take a couple of years to develop.
They do. We had one Cole. Cole's first year was a little bit.
And it's that connection between him and Caleb that is like it's crazy. And there's a comment here. Brady called Loveland mini Gronk on the Fox broadcast.
Jack was saying,
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
Well, first off,
I missed that.
Brady loves Caleb, so
I think I said this at the 2-minute warning. I was like, I'm pretty sure that Tom and Kevin want the Bears to win this game because there was it was when Brady said he was talking about the Lions being tired, and he's like, the Lions are tired. I feel like they need a break, and the Bears defense got to jump on it. And then even on the call of the game-winning field goal, and he's like, and Lions win or something. But it sounded like they wanted us to win that so bad.
Well, yeah, because they called 5 games.
That's
I think
funny.
Like 4 of them have been comeback wins for the Bears. So they've seen like the most exciting Bears games. I'm like, why would you not want to be on
they probably saw the most exciting Bears game
Oh,
maybe
Green Bay one.
Yeah, maybe
one.
It's a borderline.
Tom and there, I think that made them fall in love just a little bit more with Caleb. And I agree with you, Jack. It felt I love that such a treat that we get to listen to those guys. And we're gonna get a lot more, I think, next year because obviously after the season,
of course,
no matter how it ends, the Bears are gonna be, and they already had a ton, but now there's gonna be expectations.
Yeah.
But I believe the I hope we get, because if it's Sunday night, is Sunday Night Football Fox?
Sunday night,
NBC.
Tirico and Collinsworth.
NBC.
The
I would love to see a Tom and Kirk again, man.
Yeah, Tom and Kevin, they're Fox, so that'd be the Saturday game or one of the Saturday games. I don't know.
I think it's the 4:00 Eastern time Sunday, that middle one.
Oh, it's not a normal schedule. No, that's fair. I'm looking at that too.
Yeah, and so they were that 4:00, and then it goes obviously Collinsworth, and then Monday's Joe Buck.
When is that actually announced? Do we know?
No, I just been spamming refresh.
I'm seeing here January 11th, 1 p.m., but they also have the Niners-Eagles January 11th at 1 p.m. So I don't think they set that. Yeah, because
that's weird. They haven't even – because this website still says Prime, CBS, or Fox. But you saw that it determined who's getting which slot, Jack?
Is January 11th?
Yes.
They're playing on Sunday. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I don't see anything official here. But
dude, you don't put the Bears Packers on a Saturday.
No, I don't think so.
I agree. Look, I agree.
Here's the thing: Saturdays are like, think about it. Most people have something they want to do or they can do on a Saturday. Sunday, it's the day before you're going back to work on Monday.
Yeah, it's football.
Everyone, it's just like people after church. I mean, you're chilling. Most people don't have a lot of plans. So I think to maximize the viewership. But I guess at this point, Bears Packers.
Any day is going to bring in numbers. But you put it on Sunday
they broke
night.
the record, the viewership record last game they played on Saturday night. So I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
No, I mean, your thought process makes sense. If I was Goodell, I'd be like, yeah, put these motherfuckers on Sunday night. Like, I would. Let's make some money. So we'll have to see, though. It'll be interesting. Well, I wonder
if the broadcast, like if they get to like if like the broadcast rights, like NBC, if they get like who gets to pick, like do they get to pick, like do they get to bid?
I'm sure it's
it's like hey Fox, you got the last one. It's our turn. It's our turn.
Give me Panthers Eagles. I promise.
It's 100% a bidding war.
I don't
for
want
sure.
Shit.
Oh, Panthers Eagles? No.
Yeah, that's whoever's the cheapest will take that one.
Yeah,
Orlovsky's calling that.
That's crazy. Yeah, no one wants to see that one. So. But it'll be interesting. We'll have to find out when that happens. I don't know when. It might drop. We're on the show, so I have no idea how that works. We can move on here, but do you guys want to go over the quick overview real quick and talk about?
I don't. Thank you.
You don't? Okay, that's fine.
Yes, of course.
Up anyways. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. This game was an interesting one. I think the biggest thing out of all this, 16-19, it was a close one.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I give a shout to the defense. We got 2 touchdowns, 0 field goals. We held them to 4 field goals. Detroit Lions moved the ball. Again, they dropped 51 on us last time. To hold them to 4, fantastic. You can see they put up 430 yards on us, though. So obviously they moved the ball. For us, what was disappointing was the rushing yards. Once I knew we couldn't run the ball well, I was like, dog, that's our bread and butter. If you can't get that right, it's going to be a hard one to win. And, of course, we see that. The first downs, 26-16, doesn't look as bad. But I'm telling you, at one point, I think it was going into half, I think it was 13-4. That's not great, right? So they basically doubled their output, and then we tripled ours, and that's what made it even as close as a game. Big one here, though. Interception each, right? Caleb doesn't turn the ball often that much. I think on that pass, right, DJ Moore needs to give a better effort. I think we kind of all agree on that. Wasn't necessarily the best read by Caleb, but I don't hate it. The biggest one here is, like, Jack, you were talking about the defensive line. You're like, I think they did a pretty decent job. With this line and how we've had games where we have 0 sacks, you walk away with 3 sacks, you gave me enough. With the talent you have there, and your sacks weren't from, like, DB blitzes. They were from your actual D lineman. I really can't be mad there. So, again, I don't put a lot of the blame on this game on the defense. I think it's the rushing game was abysmal. That turnover in the end zone obviously wasn't great for Caleb because you scored there. We probably win the game. But ifs, win, and buts, those all, never happened. But
the words Grady Jarrett came out of the announcer's mouth today. Like, that's huge. That's huge for progression because we have not heard him once this entire year.
Javon Dexter, too, got career high in sacks with 6. I still think he needs to step up a little bit. He gets a lot of pressure, just doesn't convert him to sacks. But yeah, overall, D-line did a pretty decent job. You can't really complain. Sorry. Montez Sweat ended up getting double-digit sacks in the season when he had a very slow start to begin with. And so it's just like, if you know that you don't have a Corvette in the garage, you're going to be happy when your broken down Honda gets you to the gas station and back. And that's what they did today. So I can't be mad. You know what I mean? So that's that. Now let's take a look at Caleb here. His recap, 20 for 33 with only 213 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 rushing yard. I hate when he doesn't use his legs. That's just my kind of opinion here. And a QBR rating of 87. I'd say overall, it wasn't a bad game. Not a great game. Obviously, the turnover sucks, but I guess it makes it all better. Not that these matter, but I think it does for us Bears fans, is that he finally got the franchise record. Would we have loved to see him get 4K? Absolutely. But just that you're the franchise guy now, all the stuff that we are trying to find in the context, looking through the haystack to find the needle, to be like, is Caleb Williams going to be the future of this quarterback? We found 50 million needles going, through this season based off of his play, his demeanor, how he's handled himself. And this is another one that adds to that. And I'm just happy for him and also the fan base.
I think it's another reason why they should have went for it, right?
Yeah,
on that fourth down.
You could have
just now thinking of it, it's like, I think Caleb, how many did he need on that final drive? Was he 43 away?
He was at 2. He ended with 213 away. Yeah, so he'd been about 57 away. Or 40. Got it. 47.
Could have got it if they marched down. If they get that.
He needed 270, sorry. So 57 away. So he could have, yeah.
If they would have passed the whole
whole way, get down to like the 20 and kick a field goal, it's possible.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't go.
I'll be honest, man. It's almost a little sickening that Ben didn't go for it. Now, the more time passes, I'm like, Ben.
That's what I'm saying. I did not. I was literally in shock. I was like, none of it made sense. And normally I'm pretty aligned with Ben, even where it's like something I don't necessarily agree with. I can understand the thought process. This was the first call all season where I was like, what?
And I want to continue. Like, I see a lot of comments here about like Brisker being gone, possibly hit a good game. One thing I want to say before we get to our voicemails is, once the season is over, which we still have the playoffs we're going to cover, first time the BFR, the Bears Filmer, is going to be covering a Bears playoff game ever. Pretty sick. Super stoked about it. But our off-season coverage is, I want to put it up there against the best. We love it. We get really, really in the weeds. We have great guests. And we're going to talk about free agency. We're going to talk about roster building, what that looks like, how we want to see the Bears kind of go throughout the offseason, the moves we want to make. We're going to have a lot of fun in the offseason. So if you have joined us this season for just the instant reactions after the games or the pregame shows, there's a lot of fun we have in the offseason where we cover this team the best we can. I feel like we do a really, really, really we don't miss anything, in my opinion. I think we go from free agency, the draft. It is so much fun, and I love the regular season, but sometimes the offseason can be just as chaotic and exhilarating, if that makes sense.
Tons of surprises.
So my favorite day is the draft show. Favorite day.
Yeah. So again, the support's been unreal. We're over 13,000 subs. We actually, I think, gained 2,000 over the last, month. Is insane. So thank you again. Stay tuned for that coverage, of course. And then Fick, I know we have voicemails. How many do we have?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 11.
Okay.
So
I'm down to get to them.
Yeah, let's get to our second time out here, and then we'll get to the voicemails and our shouts as always.
All right, we're going to get back to the episode real quick, but I had to take a moment to pause and tell you about something awesome that we have cooking up over here at the BFR Podcast, and that is our Patreon membership. You can join our Patreon, the BFR Den, where we have a bunch of great exclusive stuff that happens monthly, like monthly giveaways, private Zoom calls, mailbag episodes, and much, much more to come. I mean, we've got tons of features in there. We've got 2 tiers. We have our top tier, which is $10 a month, our Hall of Fame tier. What comes with that, which is very exclusive, is our private Zoom calls with our members. So every month, you're going to get a private Zoom call with me, Dave, and Jack, and we just get to talk about whatever, shoot the shit, football, life. It's a wonderful time. And then if you want to go to the lower level, we have our Rookie Grizzly tier, which is $3 a month. And what that includes is like the private Discords, the monthly giveaways, the free merch, all the events we have coming up, things like that. Access to exclusive merch that's only for our Patreon members, and any other cool features. You'll get that at the $3 level tier. And then with the $10 level tier, you will get the private Zoom call as well. Now, you can join for free. We do post our monthly calendars in there, so you can kind of see what we have going on each month. And we post our episodes there as well. So if you want to join that ongoing community, which we keep building up, please do so at the BFR Den on Patreon. Also, as well, we give a shout out to all of our Patreon members every single episode that we do. So if you join, we'll make sure to show you some love on every episode as well. So again, you can join the BFR Den on Patreon at the BFR Den on Patreon. And we just love the support. You guys are great. Shout out to all our Patreon members, and let's get back to the show.
So breaking news. I don't know if it's really breaking, but Packers open as a 1.5 favorite going into Soldier Field next
Good.
week. So
Good.
Underdog time it is.
Some
So,
crazy
And then one more side note real quick. The last year they announced the schedule at halftime of the Sunday Night Football, and then, or I'm sorry, at the end of the game, and then 2 years ago it was at halftime.
okay.
So Brad Biggs said it sounds like it's going to be the end of the game.
Okay.
So they just started the second quarter right now. So no matter what, it'll be off the show. So
of the schedule?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So it'll probably
That's
be
good to know.
Well,
That's good to know.
that is really good to know. Cool. Let's get to these voicemails.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's, if you
a
don't
lot.
mind. Yes, we do. Wait a second. I need to move to him. Jack, if you don't mind starting with Gage and do his halftime one, and then he also has his after the full-time one as well. So we'll get off with our Patreon member Gage here.
All right, that's our halftime.
Get the starters the fuck off the field. I'm over this game. Fucking over it. I would have rather they just rested the starters and watched the backups lose like this. Watching the starters play like this makes me nervous for the playoffs, but hey, nice Zoom call earlier. Bear down.
Absolutely appreciate that, Gage. Yes, and what Gage is talking about too is we did have our monthly Zoom call this morning. So if you want to be a part of those monthly Zoom calls, you can join the Patreon and join the Den and be a Hall of Fame Grizz like Gage. And let's get to a second one here.
First, I want to apologize to all the people I made mad in the Discord when I was bitching about the first half. I'm sorry. But when you watch the 49ers game and we came out shooting, I was kind of hoping that was going to be what we did this game. Seems like teams are learning their lesson, though, and not giving us the ball to end the game. Hopefully we do better in the playoffs.
I agree. We're going to need to do better, or we're going to be a first-round exit. Not great.
Yeah.
So appreciate that, Gage. And also, if you want to join the Discord, like he was talking about in there, making people mad, you can. That's a link in the description as well. Free to join. All right, let's go to Jerome from Darien.
It was a disappointing game to watch. Jerome from Darien. But regardless, I'm still super hyped to watch this team in the playoffs. I feel like we are at least getting to the second round. And if we get to the second round, anything can happen from there. I worry about this defense for sure. But the offense gives me faith. I think we play a lot better next week when the team's hyped up and ready to go. Bear the fuck down and get ready for a playoff win, baby.
Hell yeah. I love that, Jerome. I think you're right. They'll definitely be more locked in. I don't think we'll have a slow start. So, especially against the Packers, like there's just a lot on the line. Let's go to Michael Berry next.
You cannot wait until the fourth quarter to start playing a football game. The Bears have gotten away with it a couple of times. They didn't get away with it today. That being said, watching the Commanders-Eagles game, hoping the Commanders can close this out so the Bears can still be the 2 seed because we want to beat Green Bay. It's fuck Green Bay all day. Bear down. Love you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, Michael. Put FGB in the chat because you already know what that means if you agree with Michael there. Let's go to the second Michael. Michael from across the pond.
We lost, fine. Not really what we wanted, but on to the playoffs, on to the Packers. Let's beat them. Fuck the Packers. Let's go.
I love how people are just like, let's get to the playoffs. So that's good. That's a good mindset. Like, forget what just happened here. Let's just get ready for Green Bay. Let's go to Alec next. Thanks, Michael.
Love the podcast, guys. Keep up the great work. But you cannot lose to Detroit on the last day and drop 2 in a row going into playing Green Bay, what it looks like now. But these slow starts, I'm more concerned about the slow starts than the defense because we've known the defense would be iffy. These slow starts, it got to stop. We can't fall behind in the playoffs. Thank you, guys.
I agree, Alec. Thank you. Let's go to Nick next.
What's up, guys? Nick here. 2 things that worry me going into the playoffs. 1, the defense and the time of possession, giving teams way too much time to control the game, control the line of scrimmage, all that. And secondly, I guess this past game was the first time, but Ben Johnson and his decision-making at the end just makes no sense to me. Both play calling on the last offensive drive and then not going for it. You might as well be aggressive. You have nothing to lose. All right, thanks, guys.
Yep, spot
on. A lot of people agree with us.
Yes, because I just feel like it's the right answer. So thank you, Nick. Appreciate that. Let's go to Trig next.
Well, we got the matchup we wanted. Green Bay at home. I think that's the best matchup for us. We got to play better throughout 4 quarters. So just, playing 1 or 2 good ones. This secondary, fucking another atrocious performance, especially by Nahshon Wright. Jalen Johnson looks a couple steps too slow. So I really hope we are ready against Green Bay, and Ben Johnson and this staff puts together a good plan, and Caleb comes ready to play. So bear down.
Spot on. Thanks, Trig. Let's go to Chris next.
What's up, boys? It's Chris. Just we got to remember, even though we lost 2, what happened last time we lost 2? We went 7 in a row. So let's do that again. Let's get on track. Let's get into the playoffs. Let's beat these Packers. Eagles lost. Thank God. So we're number 2. We get the Packers at home. We get another game at home. Let's do it. Let's play 4 quarters of football. I don't know why we're not playing 4 quarters of football. Maybe we need to play like 3 quarters, then show up at the stadium. So we're ready to play. Let's do it.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Just show up to the stadium late. Just get the 4th quarter Bears. And
it
also nice to meet.
Like go ahead, Vic.
No, I was gonna say that's Chris from our newest Patreon member. So we got to actually see him in person on our monthly call today. So appreciate that.
He kind of sounds like that announcer off of the Fastest 2 Minutes.
Chris Berman?
Yeah, I don't know. He gave me Chris Berman vibes with his voice over on the voicemail line. Yeah. Anyways, appreciate him, and a great call this morning on the Patreon. So
let's go to Tony next.
Not the way I wanted to end the season, but hey, here we are. If anything, this was probably one of the most positive seasons I've ever encountered. Caleb Williams is looking greater and greater every game we give him. Ben Johnson has been doing well, although past recent games have been looking well. Playoffs are a different story. Next week we got Green Bay Packers here at Soldier Field. I'm super excited. Let's go get our first playoff win in a very long time. Bear the fuck down.
Absolutely. On to the playoffs. Sorry, I think Mark's sending 2, so let's hit the first one, and then we'll go to a second one. You can just go back to back, Jack.
The first half was mortifying, boys. Absolutely mortifying. The offense and defense were just bad in the first half. Especially that defense. They couldn't get off the field. And due to them not getting off the field, our offense couldn't get on the field to score points. We tied up in the second half, but I just felt like we weren't going to win that game like the other ones we've done. Next week versus Packers. Go Bears. Bear down. The Bears, I'm out.
Yes, tough, but thank you. Let's go to the second one. I think it's 2, right, Jack? Thank you.
Also, if we lose next week to the Packers in the playoffs, we might as well just wipe this whole season away from our memories, bro. I don't know if we can take losing to the Packers in the playoffs. I can take losing to them in the regular season, but in the playoffs, it's kind of a different story. And after today's showing, I don't know. It's going to be so anguishing next week against them.
No, that's a very good point. Playing someone 3 times sucks no matter what. And the fact that it's the Packers in the playoffs is not great. So and just a little side note, my friend who I've watched the games with, Packers fan, was like, "Hey, do you want to watch this together?" And I told him, I was like, "I don't even know, bro. I might be too much of a nervous wreck to be able to handle that, especially if things go sour." So, but yeah, that's a good point, Mark. If we lose against the Packers in the playoffs and get bounced, we're gonna hate this season, even though it was way more positive than it was negative overall. Let's end it with we have Sam and Phil next. So let's go to Sam.
Real quick interruption. So we had one of the comments say, Hard Rock Bet has the slate open and it has times on there, but it has us being the first game to play on Saturday. So it'd be 2:30 or 3:30 Central.
That's horrible.
So I'm not sure how accurate it is, but that's
from where?
Hard Rock Bet. So it's a sports book.
Interesting. That's like the worst prime slot for Bears Packers.
Why would you put that on there?
Yeah, so I don't know.
Game?
Again, I have no idea how accurate because DraftKings or anyone else doesn't have that.
Yeah.
But so then, real quick, I'll just quick sum. Rams Panthers are Saturday, which then that made me think because then the NFC has to be or conference has to be together on Saturday.
Yeah.
So then I was like, it might be real. And then 49ers Eagles Sunday, Bills Jags are Sunday night, and then Chargers Patriots are Monday night.
I'm choosing not to believe that.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know how accurate it would be because there's still another game.
Yeah, so maybe they just threw them on there just as like a
placeholder. It's very strange. I don't know either.
No, thanks for sharing though. But yeah, I hope that is incorrect because the first game on Saturday at 3.
Saturday at 3:30. I don't believe it.
Oh, that's awful timing. I mean, especially it'd be great. It'd be great if you win because then you can chill the rest of the week. So that's fine, just the weekend. But for an actual entertainment value, that's a horrible time.
I wouldn't even.
They got to put something.
I wouldn't even be able to chill because I'd be so upset that I just watched my team already play.
Another one here from Brandon on YouTube. They have all the games Saturday at noon on FanDuel.
Yep. And DraftKings is the same. And then Hard Rock's the only one with times open. I didn't check.
Yeah, but they're all on. They have all the games on Saturday at noon. Like, there's nothing picked.
Nothing picked.
Right.
They've just thrown them on it. There's no way the Bears will play. What time? 2:30 on a Saturday?
3:30 Central.
You're just pissing away money.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And also, yeah, that's
I don't know who the fuck would be calling that game. I don't know who's calling that one.
Yeah. I mean, anything can happen, but I would be more shocked about that time selection than I would be Ben Johnson not going for it on that 4th down today. Because that is Bears Packers is literally the NFL's historic moment. Like it's one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports, not just the NFL. So to put that matchup, a playoff matchup during your weakest time slot, which is Saturday, the first game Saturday, is a wild decision.
I just wouldn't even understand Rams Panthers being the night game of that. It doesn't even make sense.
No, Rams Panthers is 100% going to be Saturday, the first Saturday.
That's like putting like the Super Bowl on like a
Wednesday afternoon.
Like a Tuesday at 2:00 on Tuesday. It's like you don't. Yeah, I don't believe that, and I will not watch the game.
You will watch it.
I'll do my part. I'm gonna find out what happens on the postgame podcast. I'm gonna pop in here and be like, "Tell me, boys, where's that recap?"
Be updated. That's crazy. That's some funny stuff. Yeah, it's like putting this a funny comment from RB Catch. It's like putting the Super Bowl on Tubi. So that's funny. Yeah, not great. So I think it's gonna be a night game. I could see Saturday night, but I think more than likely it's gonna be Sunday or Monday night. But
yeah, because all the predictions don't matter. But everyone had a Sunday night. Everybody.
Duh, because that's like the most obvious decision.
Yeah, so we'll see. Anyways,
you heard it here first on the Bears Film Room podcast. Dave will not watch the upcoming Bears game. So
screenshot.
Throw this shit on a Saturday at 2:30.
It's crazy.
I'll watch it, but
God, yeah, it's gonna be a hate watch. So
good stuff. Good timing, yes,
for sure. Oh, we do have 2 more voicemails though, right? I think we have.
Let's get to them.
We got Sam,
Phil
here.
and Sam and Phil. All right, let's do Sam first.
Hey boys, I just it just one of those games that's like bleh, if I had to describe that in one word, it'd just be anyway, playoff time, bear down.
What an analysis, Sam. That was what a thorough deep dive. I love that.
True. That's
I
how
mean, no,
felt
it's
too.
not wrong. The first 5 seconds, I totally understood.
My wife was like, after the game. So my wife after the game, she missed like the last 2 minutes, and I was getting like some quick food before we hopped on the pod, and she goes, "It's over?" I said, "Yeah, they lost." They lost, and she was kind of shocked. I was like, "Yeah, they actually lost." Really, in the same fashion they've been winning games. It just didn't happen for the Bears this time. So, but she was like genuinely like, and usually like since I've known her, she's like, "Oh, the Bears lost." What else is new? This time she was genuinely shocked. Like, wow, they lost.
It's called the Ben Johnson effect and the Caleb Williams effect. We actually have expectations now. Like
good old BJ,
expecting you to go for it on 4th and 5, bud. So
I saw you, Jack.
I heard
what
you.
Ben Johnson? Is that not his initial, sir?
Oh, you said BJ? Well, we all love some good BJ, so that's how that works. All right, let's get.
I heard there's an S at the end of that, Fick.
Was it?
Not
and Johnson.
I heard an S.
And Johnson's.
There's only one.
So let's get to Phil's voice, which might be worse than what we just talked about for 30 seconds. Let's see what Phil's got.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Lions are on their way to the Super Bowl. Oh, wait. Just kidding. They're going to Cancun because they didn't make the playoffs. All that celebrating at the end, I get it. You know what? I know what it felt like to beat Green Bay last year when we beat them, and they were looking around like, what? Huh? Why do you guys care so much? At the end of the day, the Bears are going to the playoffs. Today sucked, everybody, but we got to regroup, and we have more important things to worry about. Let's go. Bear down.
Love it. I get it though, because when we've been on that side, like last year, that's like your little kind of mini Super Bowl because you have nothing else to look for. But yeah, in the grand scheme, it's like have fun at home, have fun on your couches, Detroit. So
plane's not even going to Detroit; it's going right to I don't even know Brazil.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Excuse me. So awesome. Geez, sorry. I'm still recovering from that cough, but I appreciate all the voicemails as always. Please, you see down here in this, I think, orange bar here, speakpipe.com/the BFR podcast. You can use that line at any time. Use your phone, leave a voice recording. We love to hear your guys' voicemails, especially after the playoff win next week. That's right, I said win. We would love to hear what you guys say because we have not won a playoff game since 2011. Fun enough. So it's been quite a minute, half my life, since this team has won a playoff game. So when we win, I'm expecting to see 30 plus voicemails in here because this is an historic moment and I cannot wait for that. So make sure you can, again, leave a voicemail, speakpipe.com/the BFR podcast. It's free to do, 30 seconds, spit your mind. We love to hear them. So
absolutely. All right, boys. Anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah, we got to do our shout outs as always. Let's get our OGs in here. So we got Michael from across the pond said #OG Bears need to do better. We got RB Catcher 32 says #OG. My picture looks like someone from this pod would wear. It's a big hat, Dave. So that's funny. In Peril 34, #OG. I'm sorry, but TJ and Jalen should be backups in the playoffs. Start Tariq and DeMarco Jackson. That is a bold ass take, but I love it. Jerome from Darien with the #OG. The Bears win versus the Packers and get the wild card round or get to the second round. Sorry, I see now. After that, anything can happen. Totally agree, Jerome. Plastic Rockets here with the #OG Bear Down. Fun season, especially discussing it with y'all. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. #beat Green Bay. Appreciate you.
That's our guy right here.
Plastic Rockets.
The source.
My Claws 76. #OG. Hard Rock says game is at 4:30 Saturday. Not sure how reliable. Well, thank you for sharing that, My Claws. It's a good discussion. We got our Grizzly in here. Gage. #OG. What a game walk away feeling. What a game. Walked away feeling confused. Totally agree. We got Tito in here as well, another Hall of Fame Grizzly member. #OG baby. Appreciate that, Tito. And is that, this one, #OG from the Evan Hart said #OG Jalen is ass. That's crazy. The dude's just injured. FGB and Caleb is God. I agree with 2 of the 3 of those. Edward Garcia 9658 on YouTube with the #OG. Bears win the Super Bowl. I'll paint my nails like Caleb saved this. Yeah, I'll paint my whole body, bro. That is something that is we're dying for to happen. Like, I don't care at that point. Any other ones that came in? Oh, yeah, we got Phil here as well. #OG. My next voicemail will be laced with some profanity. I've been even keeled for long enough. Haha, BFR is the best. Bear down. We appreciate it, Phil. Thank you. So, all right. Well, thanks to all
I'm
the
excited.
Shout outs
Yeah.
there. Oh,
see
for sure.
Phil's post game. I don't care, win or lose next week. We're gonna get electricity.
For sure.
Sun's still gonna be out. It's gonna be nice.
Oh yeah, because the game's
Sun's out. Yep.
Yeah, game's at freaking noon.
Gonna get dinner after the game. It's gonna be fun.
Sorry,
I'm not eating. If we lose that game, I'm not eating.
Excuse me.
I'm not even joking. Like my appetite will be gone. I'll be so.
Oh yeah, how could you?
I feel you. I can't even eat during. I don't know how you guys are. I can't even eat during games. Like my appetite is shot. I'm like so locked in. And
the only time I can eat during a game is like if we're blowing a team out, and that's just very rare.
Oh yeah, because the game's over. And you're like,
like, yeah, shit, yeah, I'll have some fucking carrots and ranch, absolutely. You know, like, but like any other time, no shot.
Excuse me.
Fucking water.
We need
that's
that
it.
on the shirt. We beat Green Bay. Say fuck yeah, I'll have some carrots and ranch.
I like carrots and ranch.
That's some funny shit. Good stuff on that one, making me laugh, even though I'm coughing up a lung doing it. But let's give a shout out to our Patreons here, as always. Awesome time. I think we had about like 10 or so people on the call this morning. So shout out to y'all. It was great seeing you, Michael from across the pond. Gage, you were in there as well. Phil was in there. Michael, shout out to you. Angie was in there. Ryan, shout out to you as well. Daniel Jones was in there. Shout out to Thomas. Tito and Dave was in there as well. Shout out to you. Jerome, we need to see you in person. So you definitely got to make the next monthly call. And then Chris was in there for the first time, because he's one of our newest members. So shout out to you as well. It's great to do those monthly calls. It's just a great time to talk Bears. It's fun stuff. We like getting to know y'all. And that's kind of the whole point, because we're building a community here, because this is Bears Film Room Podcast, the number one show for the fans, by the fans. Dave, Jack, and I are fans like y'all. So we're really trying to put y'all forward and make sure we're giving you great content and building a fan-first community. So thank you all for that. And thank you for the rookie Grizzlies as well. We got shout out to Alex, Chris, Ethan, Caleb, Jason, and Megan. I do want to say I've reached out to all of you all of you Patreon members, to make sure I can get your Discord usernames as well, because I'm renaming you in the Discord and giving you guys specific roles. So you have access to all of our private stuff, and we know who we're talking to, because we want to make sure you guys are getting the special treatment. So we really do appreciate all you Patreon members. And if you want to get a special treatment like them, you can join. Link in the description. We have our two tiers. Our Rookie Grizzly tier and our Hall of Fame tier, which gets you the private Zoom call every month. And we have giveaways, which I'll be giving out the giveaways tomorrow. I'll be announcing those, so stay tuned for that. And again, appreciate all of you guys' support. And if you want to join the Discord as well, link in the description. That is free to join. And then one final shout out here. Got to again shout out to the winner of the Pick'em League for December. And this is for our Patreon members only. Got to give a special shout out to Thomas, who won the month of December. And now there's only one more game left that will determine the final overall winner, when we're giving away some buku bucks, if people still say that, to our BFR store. So I appreciate all the support, all the community. I know the Discord was popping today. Shout out to all of y'all, for all of you guys who watch on replay, like and subscribe, all of that. We really do appreciate all the support, because the show would be nothing for y'all. Because again, it's the number one show for the fans, by the fans, the Bears Film Room Podcast.
Absolutely. Well, boys, time to Green Bay.
Time to Green
Bay.
Get
some ranch with some carrots.
Sounds so good right now.
It actually does sound
good. That's what I'm craving. I do need a cheese grater hat. I see Michael Berry's comment here. Again, thank you all for the love. Tough loss, but it's a big week. Packer week. A lot on the line. I mean, this is for bragging rights for the entire offseason. So it's either going to be awesome or it's going to be absolutely brutal for 6 months. But again, sport's been awesome. Let's enjoy this one. Rest up. Swear to God, Saturday at 2 is going to be disgusting, and I will tweet about it a lot. I hope it is too.
I'll make sure to retweet it, because that's a horrible choice.
There's significance that DraftKings or FanDuel does not have that. Hard Rock is in the biggest tertiary realm of sports books.
Never mind. Okay. Yeah. We got to get out of here before I start getting crazy. But
this dude needs a carrot now.
Carrot now.
Now. This guy.
I feel like a reindeer.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. No. Yeah. What up, guys? What are we talking about?
Yeah,
close this one. This game. We'll end on this one. Crazy.
Thanks, y'all.
This is perfect. Episode 201 of the Bears Film Room Show podcast, and it's just been a blast. I cannot wait for playoff football. After almost 4 years, or however long we've been doing this pod for, 3 years, we finally get a playoff game. So I know we've been joking a lot. Tough loss. We'll move on. see what this team can do. Maybe go on a run here.
Also, leave your final comments. We'll start throwing them off when we go off.
Yeah. We're gonna be new thing we'll do on YouTube is we'll keep the music playing. We'll throw your comments up on here, especially any good ones. Anything about a hat will be banned. But yeah, that's about it, boys. We'll see you guys early.
One last question. One last thing. Sorry. How do I join the Discord server? Link is in description, or you can go to our Twitter page at BFR_pod, and it's in our link tree, our link in our description. So either way, you can get free access, free to join. Once you're in there, there's like 340 of you awesome people in there. So tons of great discussions and a good time.
Absolutely. Well, that will wrap up the show. Again, throw your comments on the screen. We'll play them on YouTube if you're watching live on YouTube. We appreciate you. We'll see you next Saturday for the Bears versus Packers. Well, if they play on Saturday, we'll have a pregame show before that. Swear to God, it's messing everything up. But appreciate y'all. Bear down. We'll see you soon.
Peace.